Hi, and welcome to our second episode of Rocking the Pregnancy. And as I promised you, today we're going to talk about prenatal yoga and some exercises you can do for your first trimester, and what to do and what not to do, and how to stay in shape and work out and open the hips and stretch and prepare yourself for this amazing journey. I'll leave you a little bit of my credentials. I've been teaching prenatal yoga for about 7 years now, with a variety of background in Kundalini yoga, power yoga, Shivananda yoga, a bunch of stuff you might not know any of these names, but it's okay. And I'm also a doula certified. So I have a lot to share with you guys and a lot that I've been doing on my own pregnancy. I am actually right now on my second trimester, but I would love to talk to you a little bit about what I did during my first, especially because I had 2 miscarriages before. So especially on this third pregnancy, I was very gentle, and still I was teaching and I still was singing and performing, and I practice yoga every single day. So on my personal practice, I was still a little more gentle, but I was still doing things. So I would like to share with you what I've been doing and how I have kept myself a little in shape, even though I gained a few pounds already, but it's okay. And I feel great about it. So let's get to it. Welcome to Rocking the Pregnancy. So we're going to do a little mix yoga sequence that is going to mix a little bit of exercise and a little bit of meditation too. We need a lot of meditation. We need to be able to center the mind and calm down the thoughts. This is a very challenging moment in our lives, that our bodies are changing, our minds are changing. If it is your first pregnancy, like it is for me as well, it is also change on environment. Our lives will completely change. So there is a lot of doubt, there is a lot of excitement, there is a lot of emotions that surround this moment. And the hormones are also going crazy. So a big part of yoga, of any yoga practice, is the mind. Learning how to control your mind, learning how to, not per se control, I don't like the word control, but learning how to use your mind and direct your mind to a place that is useful for you, that is helpful, and not allow the mind to go into areas that is not helpful, that is not going to help you thrive, that is not going to help you be effective. So we are going to learn throughout my series as well, throughout Rocking the Pregnancy, a lot of breathing exercises that can help you throughout the day, and not only during the yoga practice that you can do, also out there, all right? So we're gonna start with a little breathing exercise, okay? So first of all, let's just inhale, bring your arms up, and you hold the breath, interlace your fingers above your head, hold your breath for just a little bit and exhale. Through the nose. Let's do this one more time. Inhale deeply and exhale through the nose. And inhale deeply in the center one more time. And as you exhale, just fold a little bit to the right, opening a little space on your rib cage so you can breathe deeply. Inhale, come back to the center, look up a little bit, and exhale, switch sides. And inhale one more time to the center, and exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. I'll turn around so you can see me. Inhale, bring your shoulder blades together, stretch your chest up, and this feels good. Your arms might not go as high as mine, it's okay, you can just be here. You just want to open up your chest a little bit, take a deep breath, look up, and as you exhale, release your hands and roll your shoulders back and forward. And we're going to learn a breathing exercise that is going to be helpful for nausea. I had a lot of nausea during my first trimester. I still have a lot of nausea. So sometimes I do this throughout the day. And when you are breathing before a yoga class, it's not only because of the effects of the breath, but it's also a way for you to center your mind. Every time your mind is focusing on your breath, you start to be focused. You forget about whatever you were thinking. You can breathe automatically like we do throughout the day, but once you start to direct your breath, your mind goes straight to that breath and you stop thinking about whatever is going on. So this is a great way for you to remember that throughout the day, when your mind is going to a place that is not beneficial for you, start focusing on your breath a little bit. Any breath, just breathe a little deeper, count the seconds, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, and start really focusing on getting that full breath. Do this for about a minute or so, and you will see that thought will lose strength and you regain control of yourself. You neutralize your emotions and you are ready to come back and tackle the situation from a more neutral point of view. All right? But this breath is a breath that helps to cool down the body. So if you're feeling really hot, if you're feeling physically hot, but also mentally and emotionally heat up, this is a great breath. And it also helps with nausea. So we're going to put the tongue out of our mouths and make a little straw with your tongue and inhale through the tongue. Inhale and exhale out. So close your eyes. We're just doing this for about 15 to 30 seconds because we don't have much time. Continue this for a little more and see if you can really focus on the feeling of the breath. Feel the coolness of the air coming through your tongue, cooling down your throat, filling up your lungs, and then feel the warmth of the air coming out. And if you want a little visualization because your mind is not completely focused yet, just visualize that as you inhale, your body is cooling down. So this cool air is cooling down the entire body. And as you exhale, all the heat that you had, all that anxiety, all that stress, all that heat up emotion is coming out and you are releasing. Do this one more time, very deeply through the tongue. Inhale and exhale. Full capacity of your lungs, and now exhale the entire air all out of your lungs. Beautiful. And then close your mouth, swallow a little bit of saliva, and just observe your mind. Observe. This is an important thing when we are even during labor, observing the moment, not thinking about what's coming next or my goodness, this is hard, or whatever it is, what's gonna happen. No, it's being present. That's why yoga is so important, learning how to be present. Very good. And staying within the body, observing every muscle. This is the meaning of yoga, yoking, uniting the mind with the body. Very, very important for these moments in our life so we can understand what the body needs. We're going to do this practice. Close your eyes, drop your chin towards your chest, and begin to just make a couple circles of the neck towards the right as you are observing how does it feel? How does your neck feel? Do you want to go a little faster? Do you want to go a little slower? Relax your shoulders and then reverse. Go to the opposite side. Is there any tension? Is there any difference between one side and the other? Do you want to stop at a certain area? Give yourself what you need. This is why we practice yoga. It's not only about the exercise, it's not only about the stretch. It's about understanding what your body needs and honestly giving it to yourself. Drop your chin towards your chest, finish your circles, come up. And we keep our hands on our knees and we do a big, big full circle all around with the entire body, with the entire upper body, all around. And this feels delicious. Be gentle. Very gentle, especially on the first trimester. I was very crampy on my first trimester, you know, and everything kind of scared me a little bit. I didn't want to do anything too brusquely, too strongly, because I was afraid. I had 2 miscarriages before. Reverse, go to the other side. So I wanted to be still active, but I wanted to be gentle, you know, make sure that that little egg was implanting right. Make sure that I was not creating too much impact or too much squeezing of my belly. Or so this is just to loosen up your spine, and then come back to the center, sit tall, very good. And we focus a lot on opening the hips. We focus a lot on stretching the legs. So let's start with a little butterfly. Bring your feet together, interlace your fingers under your toes, and you sit tall and you shake your butterfly wings. Just a little bit. And close your eyes and observe, always observing. What's going on in the body? Where is the stretch? Where is the tension? Is it in your inner thighs? Do you feel it in your hip? A little bit behind you, behind your lower back. You might feel a little tension right there. We get a lot of sciatica. I got a lot of sciatica, still get. Probably get even more. Very good. Take a breath. Exhale. And then place your right hand. So we are opposite to each other. This is my left, but we are right. Right hand on the floor. And with your left hand, hold the inside of your left foot, the sole of your foot. Take that foot up and just keep your knee bent and just swing it around very lightly, open and close. Just start preparing your hamstring, your hip. This is a movement that we're going to do a lot, so you want to start preparing this and your muscles, loosen it up from the get-go. Come to the side and inhale, see if you can extend a little bit. It's okay, you might just come over here, or you might go all the way there. It's okay, you don't have to go. Just go here, inhale and exhale. See if you can pull the knee a little under your armpit. Inhale, you try to extend a little bit, and exhale, you bend and pull it a little under your armpit. Do you recognize this position? Yes, we do this position during labor. We bring both knees all the way back right here. So let's prepare. So during labor, we're not cramping. We do have that flexibility. We do have that ability to get to this position without not only feeling the tension from the contractions, but also the tension in our legs. Last one, inhale, exhale. And then you bring that leg in front of you. Your right hand holds around your ankle and your left hand hugs your knee. You can be doing this at any stage. You can do second or third trimester. If you are in your third trimester, your leg's gonna be all the way over here. If you are still in your first or your second trimester, you can lift that leg almost like a 90-degree right here, and you feel the stretch right here. And if you want, make a little fist and massage right here, your glute, your IT band, the outside of your thigh, just to loosen up. Get that muscle to loosen up. Very good. And release. And we do the same on the opposite side. So let's do a little faster. Your left hand goes on the floor. Your right hand holds your foot, right foot. Take it off the floor. Just bounce back and forward a couple times. And then inhale, extend. And exhale, bend and bring the knee a little behind your armpit. We do this 4 times. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Good, come back in front of you, switch hands. So opposite hand holds the outside of your ankle, your heel, and then the same hand hugs the knee like you're rocking the baby. Rocking the baby will be our next series after rocking the pregnancy. We will have rocking the baby. But we're not there yet. Let's focus on this moment. So rock the baby right now, which is your leg. Very good. Place it down. Give one more little shake right here. Beautiful. And we do one more little warm up here. Let's open both legs to the side. Ooh. Inhale, bring the arms up, and we're folding lightly sideways. So flex your feet, up, toes up towards the sky, and your right hand, see if you can reach your right hand on your right toes. If you cannot reach, it's okay, just place your hands on your shins and just fold a little sideways. And take a deep breath in here through the nose. And one more. Hands switch sides. Inhale, come up. Opposite hand, the other side, stretch. Woo, feels good. I've been feeling actually very tight over here. You will feel your muscles getting tighter and tighter around your stomach area. Your abs are extending. So it's okay to keep a little stretch always going so your muscle can loosen up and prepare for you to grow, expand. Slowly come up. Very good. Place your hands behind you and close your legs. Give it a little shake. We're gonna go into our next step. So let's go to our hands and knees. This is delicious. And we have to be careful, okay? It's a little different than if you were not pregnant. Well, we are still on our first trimester at this video, so you can actually move a little more your lower back, inhaling, lifting in chest and tailbone up, and exhale, tuck in your tailbone and tuck in your chin, but you don't want to squeeze your belly too much up. So it's just a little tuck in, and the stretch goes more on your shoulder blades, lifting up. As you inhale, your chest lifts up, and you stretch a little bit of your chest. And as you exhale, you stretch your mid back and you tuck in your chin. Let's just do this 2 more times. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, come down. And inhale, come up. And exhale, come down. Very good. Come up to the center. And we can do a little bit of a glute strengthening exercise here if you want. That is very good. We can just lift the leg up right here, and we can just do a couple pulsations here. Inhale up and exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. You can do this as much as you want, it's okay. It's very gentle, and you're still strengthening the muscles right there, which is good. We wanna get our butts to look a little good. Hands switch sides. Try to do this a little bit. Because the first thing that's been growing on me is my butt. My husband loves it, but I'm not too fond of it. Especially being a Brazilian. I already lost half of my shorts, but it's okay. We're enjoying the changes. Very good. All right, so right here, I'm gonna teach you some great stretches. I was very careful of doing downward dog, even though it is, you can do downward dog during first, second, or third trimester. I was afraid of doing downward dog, and telling the truth, it wasn't so comfortable. Downward dog, I'm gonna show you right now what it is. We're curling the toes and lifting like this, which is great because you are stretching your legs, and I'm actually going to enforce us to do downward dog on our second and our third trimester. So you can do downward dog right now if you feel good. If you don't feel good, don't do it. Just space, keep your knees on the floor, stretch your arms right here. So we have an option just opening the knees a little bit, keeping the hips up, and sinking the chest a little down so you're stretching the arms. Or if you feel good enough and you're confident right here, there's no bad, but it's just the feeling of it. I didn't feel comfortable. I was not doing too much. When you are on downward dog, the weight is not forward right here. You want to bend your knees a little more, and you want to push a little bit of your chest towards your thigh, so the weight is more towards your leg. All right? And then we're going to step forward with the right foot in between the hands. You can just step from here all the way forward, which I don't advise on our first trimester. I didn't do that much because you use your stomach muscles. I just pull my leg all the way forward. right here. And we do a nice stretch here. Inhale, you can take the knee off the floor, so this is option 1. Inhale, you extend and look down, and exhale, you bend and look up, and we do this 4 times. Let me do one more over here. And if this is hard for you and uncomfortable, you can just keep your knee on the floor and swing a little bit back and forward. This is great, really good. Especially when we are in labor, we're going to do movements like this. And I will show you when we get to the 3rd trimester to prepare for the hip. So we come all the way down, come all the way forward, and you bring your arms up and give yourself a nice stretch right here. So this is actually a movement that you do. The doulas help you to do it. You can place your feet on a chair, or it can be on the floor like this. Just to start opening the hip. We can do a little more sideways, but right now we're just preparing. Inhale up right here. Bring your hand on the floor. And we're going to step back, step back. If you want, we can do a few push-ups here, but that's another thing too. I don't advise to do a push-up all the way with your leg here because it does engage your core. So we're gonna keep the knee on the floor. The hands are gonna come a little closer, and we're doing a cheating push-up, but still working out a little bit. You can place your, keep your elbows parallel to your body and just lower yourself over here. And your hips all the way up. So the push-up crazies are gonna say, this is not right. It is right for us. We cannot engage our abs right now. So this is only for a little bit of strengthening on our arms. And if you want, if this is a little hard to you, it is okay to bring your elbows to the outside a little bit, because you're going to be working a little more of your pecs. And you can even bring a little bit of hips forward to add a little weight, but I don't advise to do it too much because you will engage your abs, and you don't want to be that tension on your abs right now. No ab exercise whatsoever during the entire pregnancy, all right? So let's just do 4. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Last one, or exhale down, inhale up. And we prepare to do the other side. So we bring the other leg forward. You can keep the leg a little open. You can place your hand here, or if your hand is not reaching the floor, you can place your hand on the inside. It's okay, so you can have a little space for the belly. And again here, we lift. You want to have that foot all the way forward so your heel is not coming off the floor like this. You don't want to do this. So if your heel is like this, bring your hip back, grab your foot, adjust the foot forward, and make sure that your knee is right on top of your heel. You can place your hands on the inside of the knee if you want. You can take the knee off and inhale, extend, stretch a little bit the front leg. Exhale, stretch your groin and your glute. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower through the nose. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do our last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Very good. We step back, step all the way back. Grab that foot if you need. You're back right here. Open your knees. Let's just do a nice little child's pose right here. You're sitting in between the heels and you stretch your arms. Make sure you're not squeezing, so the knees are open, as you can see, like this. And you are just resting a little bit here. You don't have to go all the way down. Take a breath. We're almost done. This is a short little sequence. It's gonna get your heart pumping a little bit. It gets a little bit of a workout on your arms. You can do more than 4 repetitions that we did, all right? And from here, we're going to do a little squat. So step forward, doesn't matter which foot. I'm gonna do my right. Step forward with your right foot. Lift your left knee up. Bring your left heel to the floor. And you're coming right here to a forward bend. So your legs are open. You want to pivot your foot to the sides. You have your heels a little more in than your toes. You fold a little forward. It's okay if your hands doesn't reach all the way to the floor. You don't have to go all the way down. And actually, you don't want to go all the way down much because you don't want to squeeze your belly much. You stay right here We can do a light little twist right here. It feels good. So you inhale, bring the right arm up. You don't want to twist too much from your hip, but it's great to just open the chest. And you switch. I do this in the morning and I love it. Very good. You can do one more time to each side, and then we're going to heel toe, walk inwards, heel toe, until you find a nice way to sit back. Now there is an option here. There is a sweet spot. This might be hard for you, okay? If your heels are off the floor, you want to open your legs a little more. If you feel that you're not going all the way down, it's because your legs might be a little too open. So there is a little sweet spot right here for you to sit. If this is really uncomfortable and your knees hurt and your hips hurt, don't do it. If this hurts, you just do a little butterfly right here. The same purpose, all right? If you are okay over here, this is an amazing giving birth position. Look at this. So it's good for us to start trying this. There are a lot of ancient people, a lot of Indian people, native Brazilians. I saw many of them, not personally, but during our doula course, we watched a lot of different births, and a lot of people give birth on this position, like this. I've seen a couple people giving birth on this position because gravity is right there. You have your knees beyond your hips. It's helping with the pushing down and allowing gravity. It's helping you to open the hips. So just learning how to get to this position is good. If this is easy for you, you can keep your hands right here for support. If you're able to balance, you can place your hands in prayer pose and bring your elbows on the insides of your knees and bring the hands almost parallel to the floor as your elbows are opening up and your knees opening up a little more. If this is uncomfortable, again, listen to your body. Yoga is not about the postures. It's not about achieving a hard position and becoming a pretzel. No, yoga is about uniting your mind with your body and giving yourself what you need and what will benefit you. All right? So respect your body. And we stay here for a few seconds. And when we come out of here, you can place your hands on the floor. You don't want to ever jump on the floor. So whatever way you need to come down, you can come down like this, or you can just come down here, sit back. Ooh. Loosen up a little bit. We'll do a couple more stretches laying down. These are my favorites. I do this every single day. In every class I teach, I always teach them to do the same. Right now, we can still lay on our backs because we just have a tiny little embryo. We're not gonna be able to do this on the end of the second trimester and the third trimester. This is going to be uncomfortable. So take advantage of this moment. You can do it. We're going to bring your right knee right here to the side towards your chest, but not on top, right here to the side. And you can pull on a straight leg right here. So you can stand your leg and just interlace your fingers. Just give a light pull to the side still. You can just be here. You can be here. Maybe you can reach for your toes. Maybe you are super flexible. You can go all the way over here. You don't have to. It is what your body wants. So I'm just gonna stay over here right now. And from here, after that, bend your knee. Place your leg over, your right leg over the left knee, like you're sitting with the crossed leg like I'm in. You can stay over here, especially if you don't want to squeeze your belly. Or if you feel comfortable, you can try to grab a hold of your left leg. Your belly is not too big yet, so you can still do that. If this is uncomfortable, remember the one that we did sitting down? You can just pull your leg right here. It's the same one. This is a great one. Let's do the same on the other side. So you can extend your right leg down. You hug your left knee a little more to the side of your belly. Then you extend the leg. You can hold your toe. You want to stretch here or just stay right here, wherever you are. Place your right foot on the floor. Cross it over. You can stay right here. You can stay right here. Or you can bring that knee to help you out. And we do one more. Happy baby. This is a great one. That's giving birth position right there. So we're opening the legs to the sides. We grab a hold of the soles of our feet and we keep the knees bent and the soles of our foot is facing the sky. And you can even do a little light rocking. Beautiful. And after this, you can just relax your legs down. You want to stay here for about 3 minutes. You want to learn how to relax. This is very important. It's still yoga. I know sometimes we just want to get up and go and, oh, I can sleep at home. No, this is not about sleeping. It's about learning how to switch your nervous system from active, sympathetic system to parasympathetic system. So you are learning how to relax on demand, which you are going to use this. Very important. In between every contraction, you gotta learn how to do this right away and go into a complete relaxation state so you can recharge yourself. So learn how to do this right now. Lay on your backs, or if this is uncomfortable, you can prop yourself up a little more. I don't have the right props here today, but you can put a pillow and then another pillow under here so you're sitting a little higher. And if you are on your 3rd trimester, you can still even lay on your side, all right? And from here, I'm still laying on my back. It's feeling good for me, and I like to open up my chest. And you just go through the muscle parts, relaxing your feet, relaxing your legs, relaxing your hips. Checking to relax your belly, your entire back, your shoulders, your hands. Relaxing your neck, your jaw, your face. And once you check the entire body to see if every single muscle is relaxed, you start to relax the brain. And then you relax the internal organs. The brain is sending that message to the organs. And you feel that your breath is slowing down. Feel that your heart rate is slowing down. If you want, you can keep your hands on your belly as well. And you just stay here for a few minutes. Try not to think of anything. If any thought comes to your mind, you let the thought go and you bring your mind back to this awareness of your body, awareness of this relaxation. And you stay here for a few minutes, as long as you want. Not staying here too long because of the video. And to come back, you start to just deepen your breath. As you bring your awareness back to your body, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can rotate your neck from side to side. And then you can bend your knees and roll a little to the side. We roll to the left side, which is the best side for the baby. But I'm rolling to my right so I can look at you, and you help yourself to stand up and you sit and cross your legs for us to do a little meditation. So stick around for our meditation. All right, so here we are for our little meditation. We're going to sit on a little pillow if you feel that is best for you. So your hips are a little higher than your knees or in the same direction. You can cross your legs. You can sit on a chair, whatever works for you. Close your eyes. This is very important. This is the end of every yoga class. And the most important thing is learning how to quiet down the mind. Again, we talked about those emotions and everything. So this is how you learn how to be the master of your own domain. Close your eyes. You are not going to have the mind completely cleared and peaceful, and no, you're learning how to ignore the thoughts. That's basically what you're doing. So sitting crossed legs, sitting up straight. Every thought that comes to your mind you acknowledge, but you see it go as your mind is just observing. You become the observer. You catch yourself if you start entertaining a thought or thinking about something, and you tell yourself, this doesn't matter right now. let it go. This will help you to learn how to sleep. This will help you to avoid any thought that is not beneficial for you. If you notice that that thought is not beneficial, you just tell yourself, this is not helping me right now. Consciously, let it go. So we're doing this for about, I advise you to do for at least 3 minutes. Put it on your timer and time 3 minutes. But we're just doing this for about 30 seconds or so, a minute here, for the purpose of the video. If you need a point of focus, if your mind is really rambling like I am, but I'm explaining you, you can bring the mind to the breath and you focus your thoughts, your awareness, your attention on breathing deeply. So that is a point of focus. And you can do this on your own for about 3 minutes. I want you to put your timer and you do it every day, because the goal of this is to learn how to be the observer. Learn how to observe where your mind is going at any given time. And as you practice this, you create a habit of observing the mind. And throughout the day, you're driving or you're dealing with work or whatever it is, and normally we don't even realize that we're thinking about stuff, and we start thinking about something. First it's just a thought, then we entertain that thought, it becomes very real, it releases an emotion, the emotion starts to release hormones in the body, it becomes real. So once it becomes real and the hormones are activating and your body is reacting to that thought, then it's hard to neutralize it. Now you are already in that, living that situation that you just created in your mind that is not even real. You created that. You have the anger, you have the anxiety, you have the fear, whatever it is, or even great emotions, you have that excitement, whatever it is that you are thinking, you created. If you feel that that is not beneficial for you, your baby is feeling those release of emotions as well, hormones, it's going towards the baby as well. So the goal in meditation is to try to observe the thought and try to redirect the thought before it becomes an emotion. And if you can, you have the ability to catch that thought before it turns into a whole story and before it becomes real, you have more of an opportunity to redirect that thought and change the focus to whatever you're doing, or choose another thought, or focus on whatever is going on, and tell yourself, this is not gonna help me, so why am I going to go there? And you avoid a whole lot of unnecessary suffering in life. This is why we meditate. This is why we practice yoga, so we can observe the physical body, we can give ourselves what we need, and we can observe what's going inside of our minds, and we can be effective. We can redirect the mind to whatever. Sometimes you catch yourself thinking about stuff and you're not focusing on your job, you're not focusing on your task in front of you, because your mind is going somewhere else. And we don't even realize, we never learn how to train the mind. But through yoga, you can observe, oh, why am I thinking about this? Come back over here, do what you're doing, focus, and you become more effective in life. So this is the reason why we meditate, and I think it's going to benefit us a lot in this period of life. Why? Because number one, we want to try to avoid all those negative, overpowering emotions that can be very overpowering, and we can start crying. And this is going to happen a lot in pregnancy because the hormones are very changing. So you have ups and downs, ups and downs. So if you can get that ups and downs instead of going to whole extreme and you're just surfing right here, and you can observe and you can try to just keep it more in a neutral and accept and okay, I am feeling anxiety, I am feeling fear, I am feeling, I don't know, I feel it all the time, and I just am able to talk about it and observe, okay, this is unrealistic, I don't need to go there, it's okay, it's going to be okay. You talk yourself out of it, and you can talk to your partner, you can talk to your friends about it, instead of allowing that emotion to really take a whole control of you, and then you are crying and you are desperate, and it's not beneficial. Yes, it's great for us to be human beings and feel emotions and be in the emotion. It's a part of being a human being, but sometimes it just makes things worse. For me, it gives me a huge headache. If I start crying and everything, I'm going to go into a migraine, and then it's going to be 3 or 4 days before I can come back to natural health. So this was it for our second episode of Rocking the Pregnancy. We talked about prenatal yoga for the first trimester. I hope you enjoyed this session, and stick around for prenatal yoga for the second trimester, and so you can also join me as I perform everywhere, as I grow, as I go through the challenges, and I share with you what I've been doing in order to get through everything and evolve and thrive with this little embryo in our bellies. And you can also follow me on Instagram, on Facebook. I have a doula page on Facebook, Yogi Doula Karina Sky, or just Karina Sky on Instagram, on Facebook, and you can see all my music, karinasky.com as well, my 25 albums. There's a lot of inspirational music there that can help you to stay focused, stay positive, and please continue to practice a little yoga, a little self-awareness every day. It goes a long way. This is the moment for us to be aware of what our bodies truly need, aware of what our minds are going through, and nourish ourselves. All right? So I hope you enjoy yourselves, and I hope to see you again on Rocking the Pregnancy episode 3. Thank you so much. My name is Karina Sky once again, and it was an honor to have you here. Namaste. And we want you.